Foreign cars driving fast, I never done this before. Get out my problems, let me when I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Just like no big girlfriend, got them big Benjamins. That ain't me. What'd you say?
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up.
That joint just came on.
Too. We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready? 58, read. Here we go, D, get off the field.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30.
I knew it too. I knew he was that fast.
For a Cincinnati score. John Ross.
I was like, hold on, bro. I was like, okay, that's a running back. Then I realized who it was. I said, oh no.
Able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
That's all right. Gave you that one. That's crazy. I can't let that happen.
They didn't get the wake-up call before the game. They got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
Nigga, what you mean almost? Nigga, you acting like this nigga Seward not that fast.
Whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a
little
bit of a jab.
Acting like
the second one was the payoff.
That was
a big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Break. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Check right.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. A pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play's supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
Come on, man. Oh, come on.
There,
that's what
it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early tape, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now left side on the swing pass. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll drop the throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Bengals.
Ready? 60 or. 22-jet bombers. 22-jet bombers. 5.
Now back to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sua Cravens drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Corey Vedvik on to punt the football. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So that one will get them halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. Stewart now on 3rd down.
Hey, bro, come on.
One that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're Having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Graham.
Hey, bro, come on.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught.
What?
He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Offense was switching out to a different playbook.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any point. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. 21-0 our score after 1. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. 36 yards on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
1st down. Here's Graham. It's complete. It's Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now it's Graham. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. He's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Graham will throw. And this is caught by Evans. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
You ain't doing nothing. Go.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
No. No.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
If I'm going for the ball, why didn't they make him grab his arm? Madden on some whole shit. That's cool. I didn't press it too early. I know I didn't. But it's cool though. Watch this.
Hey, Alpha.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Bruh,
he's got it.
that nigga was right there, bro. Come on, they home now.
Mark Andrews with his second touchdown of the game.
Wait for that fluke-ass pass interference
call. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The Bucs pick it up. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 40, 30, the 20, 10.
Don't let these niggas catch you.
And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Graham to throw.
Hey, bro.
For Evans, but that pass is intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
I mean, don't go complain about that shit, man. That's a good defense.
Anything, right? Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
How much bullshit is they gave you?
Scrimmage again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Second and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
How much dick you gonna suck tonight?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Just sit here and spectate the game.
Set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think
but you over there just slurping, bro. Damn. Just sit back and watch the game.
Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Look at him talking. Not even in this league. Not even in this league. Not even in this league.
We'll send you cross state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and
all the
scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National.
What you talking tough for?
Third time here in this half, it's
what you talking tough for?
picked
What
up
you talking
by
tough with?
Josh
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
Mike's by four. Drop deep.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
On second down, it's Hunt, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Set, ready? 10 Lobo.
54. Hey, watch the slant.
They go.
They'll set up a throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On second down, here's Graham. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do is they run it here. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's Bradley Pena now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. It's the Dolphins that have jumped out to the early lead against the Patriots. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Let's go now. 18 Gators.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go again to Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
50, ready? Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike. Hey, box drop. Game situation, let's go. Let's go, Mike 50.
On 3rd down, here's Graham. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Why wasn't that a pick from the go? I don't know. But
opportunity to change momentum. Big play right in his hands. Unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And taken right on the 30. A good return there. 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Set, ready? 10-2 saw.
Watch the curl. Shift.
On the ball. Snap.
Again, it's Jones. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
That's it, 3rd and 3.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. He can't hang. Hey, Wahoo. Defense.
Graham on 3rd down.
Hey, boy, come on.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, Echo.
50, Mike 50. I'm here all day.
Hit it.
They'll try and throw for it with Graham. Buying time to his left. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
60 Pittsburgh. Tackle. First and 10.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Jones. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we get...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. 2nd and 6. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 79 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. Looking to throw. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones, and he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 14 yards there, and a Buccaneer first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, seam 6. Recon, 133.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Kill. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Hey, orbit.
On 2nd down, Graham. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Marcus Davenport, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Graham on 3rd and long. Open man has got one. It's complete. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Graham, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Graham going to set up to throw.
Hey, bro, come on.
Here's another interception.
You and that gay ass.
It's Devin White, the linebacker, and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. 2nd and 9 now. Well, he'll find Hall. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got a man at his fullback. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
All right.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 2. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down.
We go! 61, matchbox lights. Silver. 5.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
That 1st down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Now a draw play. This is Jones. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
60 outlaw, bravo. Hey, let's get some.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. First down, here's Graham. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Graham will throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And they go play action now. Graham, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen as a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync.
And my goodness, another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.
Yeah.